Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're here. Slevin. There's this guy that just popped in. His name's Slevin. I like him a lot. He does a lot of his content.
What?
There's this guy that just popped in for a second, but I had to delete the stream. Maybe he'll come back. He's cool. Nice guy.
Are you up again?
Yeah, we're up.
Okay. Well, hopefully it'll stay this time. If not,
yeah, we'll just end it tonight. I think we're just learning the software a little bit.
Anyways, after talking for about an hour and being transferred to many different representatives, decided they would give me $25 in credit. I think I may have made the representative a little mad because I don't know why they locked my account. So now it has to be manually reviewed before I can order anything else. As a Walmart Plus
Here.
member, this will make my
Here's what we'll do.
She probably could have just meet.
I'll put you onto this documentary I was telling you about. It's about her.
okay. I feel like we didn't finish what we talked about.
It was
that
almost the
drives
end
me
of the
crazy.
video. I mean, we can talk about it now
Yeah,
if we can remember.
I can remember.
What were you saying?
We were just talking about how they're trained to deal with people like that, but it's still they're human and it's not easy. And
Yeah, it is. It's hard to.
Like they maybe could give her some resources. It's easier now than ever for someone who, especially who doesn't have insurance, to get Medicaid and
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you have Medicaid,
Medicare and her
you get taken care of.
Yeah, and
You're not fighting with insurance.
yeah, and mental health is I don't know. I just feel like, and you know what? Maybe they have. Maybe she doesn't want help.
I mean, that's entirely possible
know,
that she just doesn't
She
want help.
definitely is probably a cluster B type of personality disorder issues going on, but that originates somewhere is always my point. You know what I mean? She probably hasn't had a fair shake at things.
100%.
Of course, who has? But
yeah,
anyway.
you keep coming back to that, but I think you're probably right that she has had a rough life in some way that's made her this way. It's not too often that people are just super angry for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, nobody wakes up and I don't think.
Right.
Wants to be that way. Like it's like I want to be.
I wonder.
A butthole to everybody. I want to barely be surviving. I want to not be emotionally regulated. I think it's just a fact of not knowing how, not being taught how, and maybe being taught how and then making a conscious decision not to do it. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
Life's hard.
Tammy Hull.
Don't be a coward! Come to my face! They're liars! What our government send me.
The story of Tammy Hull is a rabbit hole the likes of which I have not seen in a very long time. Having created...
I was just going to say, plus she's got this face that exacerbates all of her
emotional,
responses to things. Just makes it so much bigger.
I mean, she looks angry, for sure.
Thousands of videos and hundreds of hours of content in her short time on TikTok and YouTube. When people initially view Tammy's content, they tend to think that it might be an act, but I cannot stress enough when I tell you that this is all very much real and serious to Tammy. From crafting theories of a county-wide conspiracy to scamming her fans out of thousands of dollars. This is the Tammy Hull story.
Hold on, guys.
Honest,
I'm getting instructions.
No.
Secret instructions.
It was secret instructions. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I'm just trying to juggle a couple things now. I'm not good at this. But we can't just let
You aren't, but you're trying.
we can't just let the video play for 10 minutes uninterrupted. You have to stop and comment on it while
Okay,
I'm
but
doing what you need me to do.
Okay, we've been commenting.
I'm just saying, if I go take care
You
of something.
do not.
Know next to nothing about Tammy's life before she came onto YouTube and TikTok. But what we do know is that she is a mother of children who are now grown, and a con artist, which her criminal record will show us later. Throughout 2024, Tammy would gain popularity on TikTok for a road trip that she would be making to confront her ex-boyfriend. His name was Don, and Tammy accused him of stealing her EBT card. For those who don't know, an EBT card is a way to receive welfare
Oh my
benefits.
gosh.
The reason of this trip in the first
Did you
place
see that face?
Yeah.
is that when
Oh my god, she's nightmare. If you saw that in the dark, like you were going to the bathroom in the middle of the night and that face appeared.
Tammy called the police department where Dawn lived, they told her she had to file a report in person, initiating this road trip and starting the most legendary beef in Tammy Hole history. Because from this point forward, the bulk of her rage would be directed at the police department that told her to file this report in person. Tammy had to make the trip from Texas all the way to Jasper County, Missouri, and it was along the way that she would make some of her very first viral videos, raging against the police department for the wrongs that she believed they had done her.
When you've made my whole family think I was crazy and ignored me and bashed me and ignored me, tried to drive me crazy, you sucks!
Yes, because I'm sure the police department is to blame for your family thinking you're crazy. There's nothing you did that makes them think that, I'm sure.
Shit! And no, I don't have to talk to you politely. You sexist shit! In Jasper County, motherfuckers, I'm coming for you. Yeah. All legal like. Yeah, legal. Our government needs stopped. Stopped.
As you can see, Tammy was not the biggest fan of Jasper County, and eventually she did find her way there. On the way, she had accumulated a small social media following, leading her to film more and more. And I can't speak for other people, but what she did next I was pretty shocked by. Marching right into the Jasper County PD, but not filing the report against Dawn like she drove all this way to do, but to verbally
It seems like she's had work done. I don't know, like in her cheekbone area, or maybe like it's her false teeth that maybe aren't filling her. I don't know. It just seems like she's had some work done in the cheek area.
Raid a Jasper County police officer and film the whole thing.
I want to know what the court thing was over me. Why Don Myers had defended me in court. What's this about? Because I never knew anything about a court date. He had my mail for the last 3 years. You guys are doing something crooked, and it's going to come to a boiling stop. You know that, don't you? Okay. Yin's never checked into the food stamps. Yin's never done anything.
He said, okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The food stamps Don Myers stole from me that I've been coming up here about. You're a liar, and these guys know that. Okay, I'm on YouTube. I'm going to leave. You can leave. But you're going to do jail time for what you've done.
He's probably just like, please let me in on your delusion so I know what you're talking about.
No, he's like, please go away. This is like some courthouse cop that sits at the front door.
Right, like has no idea what
looks
she's
at
talking
the
about.
metal detector kind of guy. You know.
Oops. Well,
you know that, don't you? You're doing jail time, big boy.
Have a good day.
You have bullied me
He calls
for
him
3
big boy.
years
Hey,
while I begged
big
you
boy.
to listen to me over this crest. Tell him to be quiet a minute. Let me say something, please. I've been bullied all this time. They've done stuff online to me and stuff. They've went to court over me and had all this to say about me behind my back. Okay. I have something to...
This is a person who has not been heard. And
she needs a voice, huh?
Her whole life, probably.
I bet she was like a younger sibling or something.
You bet you she was what?
All big brothers, younger sibling,
That's
just a little girl.
I picture, I don't know, or a middle child. I don't know, but she wants to be heard, so she, instead of coming in,
she yells.
She yells first.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably a good guess.
Lane's a baby.
That's true, huh?
Lane is my
Don't
dad.
stop.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, babies don't get hurt a lot, and so they scream. I mean, our screams. I mean, she gets hurt. I think she gets
It's hurt more than
pop,
anybody.
but I think adding that
She yells
that
at me from the
screaming-
other room. Daddy!
Daddy, Diddy, Daddy, Dada. Yeah, but so instead of coming in, but you notice that though, she'll scream and holler and call them names.
Yeah,
and
she
once
does.
they're like looking at her, not really probably listening, but looking at her, that she's got some attention on her, then she gets real like, docile and and plays the victim, right?
Right. I mean,
Like, okay, so now will you listen to me? This is what happened, instead of coming in like that. Does that make any sense?
yeah, it
That's
does.
my theory on
It
it.
does.
Say to you,
Okay, well,
you're a
I
failure.
say to you.
That's all. Good
Okay.
day, big boy.
She says you're a
Don't come near
failure
me.
I'm making sure.
Back
a
up.
lot.
Shut up. They know, don't they?
Kind of like she's
Don't know
projecting
what I'm
or
talking
something.
about?
I don't know.
They don't know what I'm talking about?
Yes, she says it a lot. Like,
Do you think somebody was telling her she was a failure growing up?
maybe, but she says it a lot because she thinks it affects others. Like maybe it,
Oh, yeah,
it
she's
affects
definitely
hers.
trying
So
to.
she's definitely projecting, but she says they a lot too. And you know what we ask in the psych ward when they start saying they we're like, they who are they?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that delusion of they, whoever they are,
The other.
the others, they,
Yeah.
the I'm the victim, they are the perpetrators.
Really makes you
Who's
like
they?
nail it down. Like, who are you talking
Yeah,
about?
who
I
are
get
you
what
talking
you mean.
about? And then sometimes you'll see people like
That really think
look,
about it. Yeah.
yeah, like and they'll say things like, whatever, whoever they think they are, the police
Mm-hmm.
department, or well, who in the police department? Well, the whole, all of them, like
Right.
all of them, really, every single person. So
Kind of probably makes them cut out a little bit of the BS and, um, you know, I don't know, just think about it harder instead of everybody,
Mhm.
they. I get what you're saying, I think.
But you know what, too? Like when everybody thinks you're crazy, how do you convince them that you're not? You don't. You
No.
know what I mean?
No, I feel like the harder you try to convince
Yeah.
people, that's like
So I think maybe
works
she's
against
reached
you.
that point too, with
Yeah.
like her YouTube people and people in her community. Like, you've reached a point where it really doesn't matter what you say. They labeled you as Kookadalook,
Mm-hmm.
the local Kookadalook.
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 You guys, you see, they get a grit in their teeth. They cannot stand me. Ow!
I don't know how many times Tammy contacted the Jasper PD, but it seemed like this officer had no idea what she was talking about. I assumed that she tried to file a report with the guy at the front, and when things weren't moving forward like she anticipated, that officer came out to speak to her. I'm pretty sure that the loss of an EBT card would be easy to remedy. She probably could have just gotten a new one instead of driving a quarter of the nation. But Tammy is, if anything, determined, having numerous more confrontations with the
This is too
Jasper
heavy.
PD further down the timeline. But for now, the story takes yet another twist, because now Tammy was alone in Missouri with absolutely no one except her ex-boyfriend Dawn, and surprisingly the two of them would get back together. But this is where shit really goes off the rails, because Dawn indulged...
So I wanted to say something about the dog. I don't know if
Go
about
for it.
Heidi, the little pup.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if last time it picked up on our last live clip. But I think that if somebody could point out to her, maybe she doesn't care about all this like I do. Like, I just want everybody to be okay, Sometimes people just don't care. But if Heidi starts, the dog, her little puppy, starts barking and yipping and becoming uneasy, I think could be like a warning for her to like stop, take a breather, do some grounding exercises,
Mm-hmm.
Call a therapist. Call a therapist. Do something.
I think before any
Get
that
on
kind of
here and start talking about how she's upset, like she does, except maybe not to law enforcement and other people that's going to get her in trouble.
right. I feel like before she could even make it to a point where she could, I don't know, make like a breakthrough as far as like all this anger and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
she'd have to have somebody actually like address the
Care
stuff that
enough
she
to,
wants. Like,
yeah.
they got to deal with Don or something. She's not hearing anything until somebody addresses the things that she is unheard
I
about.
don't know if it's addressing it or actually sitting and listening to her, like
Yeah,
really
well, that's what I
hearing
mean.
what she's talking about. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I just feel sorry for the dog, because the dog gets hyped up. You can tell that
Yeah,
Heidi gets upset because her owner is
yeah.
yelling and doing all these things that like
the products of Walter
are
White,
unhealthy.
and soon after staying with him, so would Tammy. I believe this, along with the already present paranoia in Tammy, is very responsible for the
Why does she
saga
get
we are
so
about
close
to
to
see
the camera?
unfold. Tammy started talking about
To be heard.
supposed parasites that she could see under the
It's
skin of Dawn.
definitely a body language, because we 95-96% of how we communicate is through our body language, our tone of voice, our proximity to other people,
Right.
things like that. It's definitely like another "you're gonna hear me" behavior. I want to
Yeah,
be
look at
heard.
me right now.
Yeah, even if it is a camera.
Yeah.
And
I bet she does that to people, like right up in their face, just gets up on them and
yeah,
says,
I
"Big
just
boy,
think
what are
she
you?"
hasn't been heard. I really think that's
Let's go
people
find
don't
her.
listen to her. I know, I
Let's
want
go
to so.
find her.
There's God put something in
Be
my
like,
heart, a heart for people, and I just think that like there is
get the kids,
God has an
pack a
answer
bag.
for
Let's
it.
go.
Yeah,
Let's go find
no,
her.
I'm not bringing my kids in that. But who is doing the narrating?
It's a guy that goes by name Kiwi Tapes. He does a lot of good
Oh,
stuff. You don't
geez.
like his voice? He's good.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, you thought it though.
And herself. She was adamant that these parasites were destroying their bodies, trying many home-brewed remedies to get rid of them. Tammy would also search for the source of these parasites, eventually landing on the theory that the grass outside of Dawn's home was harboring them. She would collect this grass and attempt to get legitimate scientists to analyze it, as well as film other fauna around Dawn's house claiming that they had something to do with the problem. All of this eventually wore thin on Dawn, who would kick Tammy out. With nowhere to stay, she would be homeless, living
Wait,
out of
I'm
her
sorry.
car, along with her dog Heidi, who
She was
I can't hear it.
while she was in the home with her ex-husband
She was what?
or her ex-boyfriend, whatever he was.
I couldn't hear what you asked.
She says that there were parasites in their body.
Oh yeah, this is
And
what the guy that was doing meth too. So I think probably during that time she was
so he was doing meth. Do we know if she was?
apparently.
Apparently, okay.
That's what Baby Girl was saying a little while ago. She said, yeah, apparently she did do and no longer does meth, but who knows?
Mm-hmm.
She strikes me as somebody who is not currently doing meth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But maybe the aftermaths of the
Yeah,
mental
she's
health issues that
ate
come with
up
it.
though.
Yeah. Well,
hit me with a little volume, babe.
so because
That's good.
because she was saying that about the stuff in his grass, he kicked her out.
I'm not sure what the details of her. She's new to me.
Okay.
This is just somebody that she talks about a
is
lot.
present in a good deal of her TikToks. But this wasn't the only thing that was new in Tammy's life, because now she had accumulated a sizable social media following dedicated to observing her every move. And seeing this, Tammy would begin to ask people for money and supplies, amassing almost half a dozen people who will help her out either with money or through Walmart pickups, where they just purchase any item that she requests for
Are
her
those
to
really
pick up
her
from her local
cheekbones?
Walmart. But Tammy would also
Do you think that she's
I
had
really
some?
think she's had some.
There ain't
Maybe
a
I'm
chance in
just.
hell. This
You think?
not a
I
chance.
feel
She's just
like
a
she's
weird
had
looking
like
lady.
her eyes pulled back or something. I don't.
No,
don't
she's just a
know.
catfish woman or something. She looks like a.
No, I don't know. I'm telling you, there's a story
just
there.
ask for money that she claimed would go
You
towards
think?
hotel
No,
rooms.
I don't think
And
she's
a
had
lot of the
work done.
times, Tammy just takes the money and roughs it out in her truck. This has caused a large majority of people who watch her content to label her as a scammer. One account of such behavior would be from a man named Kev, who was known to give Tammy money for hotel rooms. After giving her money one day for said hotel room, Tammy would take a small portion of it and get a spot down at the campground, using the rest of the money to purchase whatever substance piqued her interest that week. One time she even talked someone into buying her a full set of brand new tires, something that I
What?
believe
She talked somebody into. Well, I mean,
I mean, I think that she probably was
look
kind
at
of a
her face.
charismatic person at some
Well,
point, and a
yeah.
lot of fun whenever she's not in this mode, and it's just taken a turn at some point in her life. Like she's not who she was at some point.
I bet you she used to be a pretty lady too. Not
She
that
may
she's
have
not,
been.
but
Well, I
now
mean,
she's just
she's not pretty.
older.
She's scary.
Well, yeah. I guess I don't know.
was subtly hinting at for quite a while, often claiming that she has lost yet another lug nut on her wheel, most of the time blaming it on the police of Jasper County.
Man, I've been being picked on by the police and shit, and so I thought you was here to
Jasper
bug
County?
me again. I've had them loosen my lug nuts on my truck, so I was mad. I'm sorry. Okay, I mean,
Do you
I'm
see
sorry.
how she
I mean,
comes in angry?
Yeah.
She comes in hot, like a wrecking ball,
What do you think that is?
and then
Did you get
she
their
says,
attention,
"Okay,
and then
yeah."
I see what you're saying.
Of not being heard repeatedly over and over and over. Probably being the victim a lot
Right.
as a younger person. I'm
walking up like.
I saw you. I'm like, she's thinking I'm gonna be.
I'm because going through all this, it's crazy.
Jasper County was in Texas.
Thank you. Thank you.
But there's one in Indiana and Missouri.
That made me mad. Motherfucker. I don't know why you're doing. There's a million parking spots. Why you got to park right by my truck? You know, really? What are you fucking looking at? Pull your pants up and get back in your truck, you fucking fool. Pieces of shit's what our government is. Dumbass, lying ass sacks of shit.
Oh.
The police is corrupt as fuck. They loosen people's lug nuts and no one does nothing about it. I don't get a phone call even. I got no respect.
She
What
said
is this
they're losing
people's lug nuts.
nuts. They're losing them.
That's kind of a paranoid thought. What are they doing with them? Like, are they taking them off their vehicles, or?
The police?
Yeah. I don't think that they're actually doing that. Like,
I was
where
like,
does her
you can't
mind?
honestly think that? Well, because
That's a very paranoid thought, you know?
Yeah. Or she may be saying like somebody's taking them and they're not doing nothing about it.
Right.
I don't know.
It's more likely she just lost her lug nuts. And
In
more
her
the way
own,
than
the own wheels in her mind.
metaphorically and
Yeah.
Then
literally.
it's all, Trump and his wife. Oh, look, listen to the little boy's accent. Yeah, our world is dying. Our world is dying, Trump. Hey, Trump. Your little boy's got a cute accent. But enough said. Our world is dying.
This is only a mere taste of the amount of times that Tammy has mentioned her lug nuts and blamed the police for loosening them. A lot of Tammy's anger
Okay,
seems
Tammy,
to be
you don't look
directed
so good
towards
in
the
that light,
government,
sister.
both local and national. She thinks that no one is taking her seriously about the theft of her EBT card, as well as her delusion of a county-wide parasitic infestation. During her lives and in her TikTok
Does that tickle you?
videos, she will rage against the government.
I mean, when he puts it all together like
Yeah,
that,
he has a way with
I
words
mean,
that's kind of funny.
it's condescending, but you know.
I would drop his
out of
link, but
frustration for a
not gonna.
task that she believes only her is
She would
contributing
have that
towards.
sticker
And eventually she
on the
decided
back
she was
of her
going to
truck.
go over Jasper County's head
Come on,
and
turn your head
contact
one
the
more time.
governor.
Yeah, that one
What is it?
right there. I wish I could draw.
What?
It's the word "it" and it's somebody.
Oh, the fuck
humping
it
it.
thing.
Yeah.
Of the state about this issue with the parasites.
That checks out.
She would travel to her local library to compile all the information that she had onto a flash drive which she planned to send to the governor. But when she stumbled across a book about dangerous plants, well, the lore would change yet again. After reading a book about dangerous plants, Tammy came to the conclusion that it was not parasites that were affecting her, but it was what she called poisonous hemlock that was growing in everything, attributing things like dead moss and trees to the toxins these hemlocks were producing. I cannot confirm if she ever sent the flash drive to the governor, but I can confirm that she went back to the exact same police station as before to warn them about this hemlock. But
There's
this time
probably
the
a
police
Jasper
seemed to
County
have
in
a more
every-
complete grasp of the situation surrounding Tammy.
Sir, please, I want to talk to another officer besides you, please. I need to talk to somebody besides you, please. Another officer, please. Oh, it's the both of them.
It's the both of you.
You guys, it's both of
Can
them.
you please let us get you some help? We can't.
No, I want my food stamps. I want my food stamps that he stole, and I want you to go look at that filthy hemlock that's out there. Before you tell me I need help again.
No.
Buddy, you need help.
No, we can't.
You're needing help. You're going to get help. You're going to lose your jobs. You dumb motherfuckers. Did you hear them, you guys? You guys all see it.
See, that's the thing. They tell her she needs help, but they don't ever give her the resources. You know what I mean? Like, here's a. I
Like-
said, you know, mine.
You know, Mike?
You know, mine. Here's a list of resources. Like, here's like some.
Well, I mean, who would she talk to? A social worker? I
Well,
don't
you know what's going to happen is she's going to get arrested, and they're going to end up making her go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or that.
Yeah, it's a kind of funny that she hasn't been arrested.
That's what
She's
I'm
so
saying.
like hostile with police.
I don't know. It was crazy.
Get some help.
This is going viral, motherfuckers.
Good.
Oh, dear Jesus, help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. Help me, Lord, you guys. This is not going to happen. They tell me I need help. Whoa. They got a lot of nerve. Yeah, Jasper County Sheriff's Department in Missouri. They are fucking full of it, man. You guys, I need gas money, please. Somebody. Please, I can't do. I feel like I'm passed out of man. I need help. I need help. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get you a picture. Please help me get gas. I'm gonna take you and show you the field of hemlock.
Tammy is very serious about this self-perceived hemlock infestation. Even though her and Dawn are now broken up, she still has a fascination with the fields outside of his home because she claims that this is the source of this deadly hemlock. She tried contacting the government about it.
So, what did she say that there was a infestation of?
Parasites.
But he said something specific. I couldn't hear it. But
Head block.
that's what it is. True, Little Miss Stubborn. It is very Green Goblin. Like you could just literally
That's good.
color
yeah.
shift her face, and she's a
Okay.
goblin.
Yeah, I knew it was somebody, Marvel or DC. I said Joker, but yeah.
I mean, she is. Ugh.
But you know what? With a lot of mentally ill people, they often latch on to delusional things like that.
Mhm.
Like, I can't possibly be sick. I can't possibly be wrong or sick about this. Like, something's poisoning me or something's.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes they're right about something.
Yeah. That's the
You
thing
know?
about those
Like conspiracy
conspiracy
theories.
theories sometimes are correct. you
Yeah.
know?
But it's like they know just enough about just enough things to get them in trouble, you know? To
Yeah.
make them seem legitimately.
I wonder what makes a person attached to a thought like that. Like, what is it? Who could even know? But what is the mechanic inside the brain that like causes a person to fixate
Neurotransmitters, man. The
on something like that?
paths, the you can map them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then once you latch onto something
One
like
day,
that,
huh?
it becomes a. What do you mean one day?
I mean, like one day you'll be able to say like we can undo like a neural pathway where a person can fixate, will fixate or have some kind of behavior that
So you can do that actually, but it
Really?
just takes time. I think. Yeah.
like how do they do that? How'd they do that?
Like the first thing that comes to my thought is like CBD therapy.
Is it the lights?
CPT. No, that's EMDR.
I feel like that could do it too.
Yeah, that's another therapy that works a lot, but it takes time because just like it takes time to make those little road maps in your mind, it takes time to unmake them too, you know?
Little Miss thinking the same thing. Um, yeah, I just anyway. Let's you can continue. I'm fascinated with like why that kind of thing happens to. I mean, does it happen to normal people? I guess it does. It's like
Of
an
course, yeah.
obsessive thought that just
I think it's just a
gets stuck.
survival. Yeah. I mean, yeah. We're really hardwired to survive mentally and physically, you know? Like
Well, I mean, like, how does that help in that process?
it's a protection mechanism, it's a stress coping mechanism.
Hmm.
Um like I said, it's comforting to think that like there's a cause for this and the cause has a solution. You know what I mean? So her cause is like there's this
So she could just make it up out of whole
weed that's
cloth,
like
or
growing, and if we could just get rid of the weed then we'd all be okay, right?
yeah, that makes sense to me.
Like it's just a simple kind of like math little problem in her, you know, and so
Fix
that
this, fix the problem.
but it's also mainly about control. We have very little control over our world, all of us. It's our decisions, the things we choose to do, our actions and our reactions to people, places, and things. That's the only thing we really control. And you know, in a world where we're out of control, simple solutions like that, like simple things that we can say, okay, I can control this. I can get rid of all these weeds and then we'll be okay. You know,
Right.
like it's simple,
Hmm.
but
I guess it can go haywire sometimes too, and just
yeah,
completely obsess a person.
yeah. And especially when you don't feel heard. And I don't think of course she doesn't. They think she's Kuka de Luke.
Luke.
The 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 Kuka de Luke lady on the corner, you know?
And she is.
Talked to the police numerous times and claims that she will not give up until people believe her. As I said earlier, Tammy is a extremely determined person, so if you thought this was the end of her quest to raise awareness about hemlock, you'd be very wrong. One of the most iconic clips of Tammy Hole is also one that is not known by a massive amount of people. It would be of her visiting a town hall meeting to raise awareness about this hemlock infestation. Tammy stands before the whole board of the city and a crowd of people in the hopes that someone will finally believe her.
My name is Tammy Hole, and I'm currently living wherever I park my car.
No.
But anyways, I came to this town, and I met
So
a
she goes to the town hall.
She goes
I
to
want to talk about the parasite problem we have in our
where
water.
they give her minutes
Oh
to where
yeah, dude! I
she
bet
will
she
be
ends
heard.
up yelling and
Oh.
screaming at somebody.
But do you see? She didn't start screaming and yelling. She didn't come in like that.
Right.
Because guess
She had
what?
a
It's her
platform.
time to talk. Yeah.
guy,
That
and
makes
I went
sense.
through a living hell. I'd like to talk to somebody outside of this room about what all I've been through, because I don't want to go into detail and bore everybody with it. But before I left, because I went all the way to Washington, D.C. to try to be heard, I went to George Washington Carver State Park. You guys all
Turn
know
down.
that. Thousands of kids go out there. It is so poisoned and thickened by hemlock and water hemlock, the eastern hemlock.
Little Miss says these kinds of thoughts, are they fixable? Or can you like recover from them? Can you like a person down this far? Can are they able to like turn their life around in a meaningful way? Or is there like are there people that are just beyond saving whenever they're like I don't know
I,
post drug addiction type like meth head? Is there a way to come back from some of this and like live a normal life? I know you're gonna say
so I
yes.
I know, right? Why? Because you know me.
Yeah, I mean
I
I
just
believe
feel
it
like
too
God has put like hope in my heart for everybody.
for sure.
Because I
Which
feel
we
like
need.
that's how he feels about every single one of his children, and we're all his children,
Uh,
right? This is just my opinion. If this
Yeah, it's all good.
offends somebody, I hope not. But um, and so that's just kind of the heart he gave me for other people, is like there's hope for everybody.
I mean, have you ever looked at somebody and said, like, this person
Not
will.
in my power, yeah. Like, God, you're gonna have to bring them back. And I've seen it happen. Like, I've seen people, detox off of, let's say, meth. Meth and mojo and the synthetic marijuana is
Hey, PJ.
and well, all drugs have their lasting effects, right? But also PCP. So those three things, PCP, mojo, and meth, are those drugs that just have a lot of post-acute withdrawal syndromes that kind of last. They linger,
Like
right?
how long or something like
It's
PCP?
really different for, like, statistically they say 18 months to 2 years, but I've seen people struggle with the aftermaths of things for 5-10 years afterwards
Wow.
of meth. I mean, and for some reason meth is one of those drugs that does this to people.
That just wrecks their brain and rewires it
No,
in a
it
weird way.
in a paranoid way,
Hmm.
in a way that, like I was saying, like there's something wrong. People are talking about me, or there's something wrong out in the world, and we've got to do all these. There's just a lot of paranoia,
Hmm.
that comes with it, and depending on how much has been used and for how long,
Right.
Um, but yeah, absolutely, people come back from this. They just have to want help. They have
Hmm.
to realize that, like, okay, this is a thought that I have, like, literally latched onto. They have to have a huge support system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That right there, people that will actually sit down and listen to them. Maybe just listen to them rant
Hmm.
about, like, this hemlock or whatever she's talking about. Like, okay, and say okay, and then have a discussion about it with them. Like, a support system that's non-judgmental. That's there.
They need to be in the program then, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I love the program. I think I've seen the program work.
Oh yeah.
I rarely see people I've never seen anybody get sober by themselves. I'm sure there's people out there that have. I've just never seen it. I always say that, like, well, I don't say this, but the program says
The
that,
opposite
the opposite of
addiction is connection.
is connection.
Yep.
You got to stay connected to like-minded, healthy people that are there to support you and want to support you and want to walk through life with you.
Yeah.
Even if you're going through something like this.
And dude, there's plenty of crazy people still in recovery, and they're just literally just holding on to the thought that, like, and that's the thought for them, is that they hold on to, like, everything else is gonna fall apart unless I hold this part together. And I feel like it just maybe starts to unravel over time. They get less crazy, but there's tons of crazy people still in recovery.
Yeah. And I mean, it's also like, how do you define crazy?
That's what I mean.
I love people that are unhinged like this.
Me too.
They're my people. I like them. I think that
It makes it fun. Makes
it
life
does.
fun.
It does. It does. And
All my friends are weird, so I get it.
I just think that there's hope for them. I think that, like, if I think life is a lot like a puzzle, or like a keys, right? And like a door. And, like, you have to have the right things come together for you.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't have the right things that come together for them.
100%.
I mean, I still have things. You still have things that.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Little Miss asks if this is the kind of help specialized or available to someone who might not be able to afford it. I'd say especially if they're not able to afford it. If you can get, like, Medicaid involved, dude, the doors are open for you.
Yeah.
And you know that.
You have to pick the right therapy group. You have to pick the right person. Picking a therapist is a lot like picking a partner. It has
Yeah.
to be like the right fit for you. Somebody that's not gonna placate you and be your friend.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad therapists and stuff out there.
That's not just gonna sit and collect a paycheck, but it's gonna actually, like, push you out of your comfort zone. I tell my patients all the time, like, if you like me, then I'm not the one for you. You like me all the time, is my saying. If you like me all the time, then I'm not the right person for you. Because I should be pushing you out of your comfort zone to where you're like,
This bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it makes sense, you know? You're in there to do some work. You're not in there to, like,
Yeah,
feel
I mean,
good about.
you shouldn't hate your therapist. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, you should want. There are going to be times where you're going to be like, I hate this. Like, why are they making me do this, or why,
Yeah. I mean, that's the
this feels
program in
really
general, though.
bad. Yeah, but you got to get out your comfort zone to get comfortable, really comfortable.
It's true.
But yeah, this is. I want to see what she does.
Needs to wake the hell up
She's got
and
everybody's
pay attention.
attention.
You know, got to look at it because it's bad. I'm sorry, I get so emotional thinking about it because it's been 3 years I've been dealing with this, and I went through a living hell. It's the pink in the sky. I said that the last time. I mean, I would like the respect of somebody because I expected a call. You know, the last time I came to the meeting and told you about this grass. I can take things out too, and it's a patch over by the Circle E. The house next to the Circle E, it's got a field so infested. And I've been to 15 doctors, a dermatologist, and I've been mocked so much. My legs are shaking. So, and I don't want another person to go through this. I believe in, if you see something, I believe in telling people and making awareness. And it's ignorance to ignore it when you hear it. Because anybody in here can Google, my leg is going 900 to nothing shaking. But you can Google it, and it causes distortion of the body. It causes madness. I've got so much proof. But in the last 3 years, I've been begging somebody to hear me out. No one.
Okay, I googled it. It says a hemlock is a common name for the highly poisonous flowering plant. I'm dyslexic, so I
No,
can't.
but go ahead.
Well, I can't. I
Let me
don't.
see.
Conum
So it's a poisonous plant, though, huh?
Yeah.
Conium maculatum.
You see?
Poison hemlock. So it's hemlock.
Yeah.
That's what she's talking about.
And they're beautiful. I mean, they're a pretty plant. You wouldn't think
I
they
think
were.
that's like one of those ancient poisons that you hear about, like in Greek times, like poison hemlock. I don't know what I'm talking about, but
It says poison hemlock is native to Europe and North Africa, but is now found throughout North America.
Because we be traveling, be throwing seeds.
All parts of the poison hemlock plant are poisonous. All parts of it.
I mean,
to humans, livestock, and wildlife.
This literally is that thing that you're talking about, though. She fixated on this because the amount of poisonous plants and stuff that are around us, I mean, it's unbelievable. So she just knows about this one, and it's like consumed her brain. And what does she want them to do? Like spray Roundup,
Well,
or
she
does
just
she pick
said,
them?
I can take care of it myself. I can just go dig it up. So I wonder it says it's recommended to wear protective clothing and gloves. What is the harm in allowing her to do that besides feeding her delusion?
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? And if she's causing that much trouble in your
Dude,
town,
put her on the town. Like, give her
give her a
minimum
shovel.
wage job and
My
say,
God,
here's a
right?
T-shirt and here's a shovel. And
I think that's the problem with us as humans. Like, she's literally concerned with not just herself, but like other people too. Like, this is poisonous, y'all. Just let me take care of it.
yeah,
Do you see like
I mean, but why is she like?
different
If she could just take
perspectives?
care of it, then why didn't she just do that and forego?
It's on somebody's property, she said.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like out of by a house or something. And
Haha, little miss. I knew I was
God.
right.
What?
So she said it was an execution method in ancient Greece.
Oh,
Hemlock. I knew I'd heard it somewhere. I'm a
okay.
dumbass, though.
Huh?
I said I'm a dumbass. I knew I'd heard it, but I
Don't
just
say
couldn't
that. That's
remember
not
where.
true.
Well, yeah. I mean that kind of makes me feel like she has a good heart at least. Where she's like,
Yeah,
this
but
is
do you see how
dangerous to
calm she
people.
is? She's like, and throughout this conversation that she's having with these people, she's like, I just want somebody to hear me. I just want you to understand. Like,
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I
And
mean, it does lend to
maybe
what
I'm
you're
the
saying.
cuckoo Deluke one, like trying to get, but she's human and she's dealing. I mean, you would not imagine the horror stories that some people deal with in their minds, and
Yeah,
hers is this
100%.
obsession um about
You think maybe
this
she has some kind of
poisonous
OCD
plant.
tendencies in
Oh yeah,
general?
most definitely, probably, yeah.
Yeah. Poor lady. I kind of feel bad for her now.
That should be the name of your channel. Oh yeah, most probably, definitely.
What? What should
What
be
I
the?
just said. Oh yeah, most probably,
Oh yeah, most
definitely.
probably. I kind of like that.
You like that?
Good to do. Oh yeah,
um,
most probably.
definitely.
Definitely.
But yeah, I just think she wants to be heard, you know? And like the more she's not heard, the angrier she gets. And that just kind of theme has maybe followed her through her
Snowballed.
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's her dog at this point is what I want to know.
Saw my
Let's see.
pictures. No one has listened to me really, and it has been a very lonely place to be. But in the top above his head it says, "In God we trust." We all need to read that, because this is God's plan. You go out to George Washington Carver's the state park, and the second little monument or little plaque thing is out there, it says George Washington Carver and God had a secret garden. This is their secret garden. It's at
Okay,
hand.
hold on.
We've all
Hold on now. You're losing them. Hold on now, Tammy. You're losing them. You're losing me too. Okay? What you think about that?
About George Washington Carver and God's secret garden.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was on a plaque, is what she said, or something.
But she's saying this hemlock is in
The
the
secret
secret
garden.
garden, and it's gotten out of hand, and it's by this house or whatever.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm picking up. I
got
don't know.
wrapped up in our, I'm sorry, and I don't mean no offense by this, but our makeup, our hair, our earrings, what we're driving, how we smell, instead of how we act, how we treat each other. But the last time I came, I expected a phone call. I felt so stupid. I came in here with my big ass poster board with pictures because I figured if I'd done it in black and white and pointed it out to people, they might hear me.
She came ready to do a class.
I'm very disturbed, no phone calls. And I called, and I even called the city hall and stuff and asked, to talk to somebody because this is very important. God has showed things to a lot of different people that didn't look like they were much. And I really doubt, very highly doubt, Jesus had a comb, So we need to quit being a little less judgy. And the Jasper County Sheriff's Department, somebody needs to get a hold of me for what's going on there. I have been bullied, big time. Don't touch it. You cannot touch it, and another thing about it, you cannot burn it. You cannot burn it. People are doing that.
As you can see, Tammy takes the hemlock situation very seriously, even traveling to Washington one time to spread awareness. I'm sure you heard her talk about the park that was absolutely crawling with it. There are also a lot of religious connections for this with Tammy, mentioning a secret garden of God that has gotten out of control. You also heard her mention the field by Dawn's house once again. Tammy has an utter
Okay, so she's saying that
with
this hemlock is all over the U.S. Is that what I'm picking up, or?
Well, it's all over the secret garden, George Washington Carver's secret garden, and it's by Dawn's house, conveniently. Like, why is she by Dawn's house? Isn't that her?
Is she in Washington D.C.?
They said she traveled there one time.
Okay, so
to spread awareness.
Where is this secret garden located? Is that in D.C. or
in Jasper County, where she's at?
What? Okay, so
she just took a road trip, and she's like, "Oh, this needs to be a national issue." she bringing it up the chain.
You know what? I feel like she's going to be the mofo in the car when everybody's choking on hemlock, being like, "I told y'all." I told y'all.
That sounds like the subplot of a Stephen King book or something like that. The crazy old lady in town who was you know, warning everybody about hemlock. Are the teeth real? That's a good question.
No, they are not.
No?
No, they're too.
Field
Let's see.
that she claims is overrun with hemlock. And Tammy will go back to
Maybe they're
She did a
and
dentures.
mess.
gather
Yeah.
quote-unquote evidence. Don has a new girlfriend, and when he spotted Tammy in his field one time, he wasn't very happy, with Don threatening Tammy and them getting into an argument. Police were called, and when they arrived, Tammy tried to once again use this as a way to show people the hemlock. After telling the police all of this, she was promptly put onto a 72-hour psychiatric hold. And after she was released, she would make a TikTok explaining what had happened.
She was put on a 72-hour hold, which means she was PEC'd.
Right.
Which means somebody said, she's
This
a danger
lady
to
is
herself and
crazy.
others. Yeah. Well, maybe not crazy, but she's a danger to herself and others.
I wonder what she was saying in that moment. That like, whoa, we gotta like hold this lady for a minute.
Through their fucking teeth, and when they hit me this morning, it made me so fucking mad I cannot stand it. So they hadn't even tested nothing. They hadn't even done anything. I want the proof. I want proof. I want fucking proof, Jasper County. You flops. Fucking failures.
Jesus.
That's her favorite go-to.
Disposable.
I mean, it hurts when somebody calls you that.
Though, and I
Really?
lost it, and I didn't even have it. The
Not
day
if you
I went up there, the lazy motherfuckers.
Not if you know who you are.
Okay, well,
maybe if it came from somebody you cared about.
For sure. Yeah, it would hurt. I can see she's probably used it to great effect on somebody before. That's why she won't let it go.
It's probably been used on her. In great
effect,
I mean, you know. But you know what, too, Joel? Like, if you know you're not a failure.
Vaughn, you mean?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I don't know who this Joel is.
I'm so sorry, baby. You know what? I don't walk around our house calling you Vaughn.
Well, you better start.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Everybody knows my name, really.
Then why did you do that to me? Because now I'm like freaking out.
I'm just trying to build a good habit in you where you're not like calling me by my first and last name on a stream.
But you know what?
What?
I forgot what I was going to say. Probably don't matter anyway.
It matters.
I don't know what I was going to say. What were you talking about?
What were we talking about? Well, I don't remember. Something about her being PEC'd or something. Oh no, Little Miss got my last name right too. Joel Schmoll, it says.
Oh, okay. That's absolutely correct.
Oh my god. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Wow. Man, I wish I knew what I was going to say.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to derail you.
No, that's okay. I shouldn't have said that.
No, it's all good. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
let's continue.
Let's move on.
To check his fucking phone records. Because he fucking called me. And I'm fucking tired of his ass. I'm tired of worrying. I'm tired of being like this. I want to move on.
I know what it was. We were
What?
talking about being a failure.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't think you're a failure,
well, I mean, that's with anything,
failure,
but
you
if
know who you are.
that's the ones that hurt
somebody
is
says that, you're like, that's a projection about who they are, not me, you know?
I know. That's the kind of stuff that hurts is when you kind of feel like it's true. You know?
Aww. Well, you're not a failure.
Thank you, baby.
You're not. You're really not in any way.
Am I just like my dad?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say your dad's a failure.
No.
He just had some hard knocks. You know?
I'm just picking.
All right.
Oh, exactly, Little Miss. That hard F and fuck is just so satisfying.
God. A shady fucking sheriff department. Jasper County. They're lying motherfuckers.
After the 72-hour hold, Tammy decided that she had finally had it with Jasper County, deciding to live around the Washington, D.C. area, which is where she is currently today. And ever since the move,
she is in
things
Washington,
have
D.C.
only gotten worse. Instead of going on about Jasper County, she now goes on about the government as a whole, and how none of them are taking her hemlock theory seriously.
You government, you lazy.
So wherever Jasper County is, she's no longer there. I wonder where she was, like what state.
What do you
Because it
mean?
says now she's in D.C. area.
Oh, okay.
Maybe is Jasper County around D.C.? I'm sure that
Jasper, where were they located? All the Jasper counties? You said it
might.
earlier.
Missouri, Texas, Illinois.
Illinois is kind of close, I guess.
Yeah.
Sex and shit.
There's probably one in every one.
Allowing this shit to happen. You're not scaring me. You're pissing me off.
Nice.
You're pissing me the fuck off. I'm not scared of you motherfuckers. Don't be a coward. Come to my face. Whoever the fuck it is needs to fucking have some balls and just come to my face. Come to my face.
Who's she yelling at right now? Does anybody know who she's yelling at right now?
No, not sure.
Coward!
Oh.
You ballless piece of shit!
Did you see the way their glasses just popped down on her nose? It was funny.
Touch my truck! Touch my truck! Touch my truck again! I swear to God, you guys.
Has anybody ever been this angry? Have you ever been this angry?
I think this is all put on. I don't think she's actually that angry. Sometimes I get the vibe that she's just like you said, she gets loud to get attention. Maybe she is. I don't know what I'm talking about.
None of us, we're all making speculation. We're not in her life.
Yeah,
we don't know her. We're not her.
I've never been that angry. I don't think. Or I don't get loud that way.
I mean,
Super Saiyan on the inside, though.
Yeah.
You know, the Irish way.
I mean, oh, wow. I've been this angry.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to, but I don't, over somebody touching my truck, though.
Oh, no. Maybe if I felt like I was being gaslit.
Yeah.
That's
sure.
like number
That is your thing.
That's like, yeah, like don't tell me I didn't experience something that I experienced, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what she's going through, though. Like she, in her mind, she's
this
like,
is her pet peeve, huh?
All this is reality to me, and you're trying to tell me it's not. You know?
Get it? I'm feeling her. I'm getting angry for her now.
You know?
We need to go find Tammy.
No.
Let's pack the car and let's go.
I'm not allowing my children or you to be near.
She needs help.
Well, she seems she's unpredictable. So, you know, you'd have to know where all your exits are at all times.
Don't get in a car with her, huh?
Right.
She'll drive it into the courthouse.
The poor dog. Now, was it baby girl or was it kitty cat that said that's
Kitty cat.
That's my nickname.
Cats will love that.
I love it. I love that name, but I can't say it every time because I'll forget it.
I love cats. Cats is in DC.
Really?
Yeah.
So one of them said that, or said something about they feel sorry for the dog, like wanting to take the dog. Now I understand.
Oh, that was baby girl. Yeah.
Now I get it. I mean, because the poor dog is back. You know, I just picture the dog in the back
shaking in the corner. Yeah.
In the back of the.
I'm sure there's a good bit of that
looking
too.
out the back window, being like,
"Please,
like please come." Like this,
real softly, Sarah McLachlan playing in the background.
In the arms of the angel.
And just hear this lady screaming as the camera pans away.
Fly away. I just hate it. Fly away from here.
That poor dog is praying like Forrest Gump was with Jenny when he's like, "Let me grow wings so I can fly far, far away."
They put sugar in my tank and I swear.
See, he's unhinged. Unhinged. Look at
I'm fixing to turn it on him. I'm fixing to turn on him. Yeah. You guys want
Ooh,
to play?
that look was
You
scary.
guys want to play?
Yeah.
Let's play. Let's play.
Who I really feel for in this situation would be her dog, Heidi. Sometimes when Tammy has these meltdowns, the dog starts whining. I think it stresses her out. She's a fairly large dog that lives out of that truck with Tammy, and Tammy is less
Let me tell you something. Tammy's in a bed right here. See that?
Sometimes people buy her a hotel room, like they did it for
They
Thanksgiving.
buy it for the dog.
I mean, that's probably
You
true.
know, they buy it for the dog. They're like, run, dog, run. The dog doesn't know to run.
Run, dog. Awesome little miss. I was telling her about the my egg method, the 6 minutes on the stove into an ice bath. Perfect
Oh,
for like ramen.
yeah.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. I feel like it's a game changer for eggs. Anyway,
Um,
yeah. I mean, what more? We'll continue.
than kind to her sometimes. I can't include footage here, but there are a couple of clips that have made people absolutely despise the woman. And when people criticize her for this, among other things, she doesn't respond the best. Quite often, she will just punch her phone out of anger.
let me see her be mean to this dog.
I don't care about that. That has nothing to do with the plans. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to side script me. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck what any of you motherfuckers think of me. What our government's done to me.
Tammy's emotions can often shift rapidly. She can go from being sad about something to mad about it to completely calm, all in the span of like a minute. So when you're watching her, you never really know what to expect is coming next.
There is no justice.
You know what else? She looks like
What?
the Saw. The Saw, you know, the horror movie Saw.
Yeah.
She looks like that little face.
Oh, yeah, the little what's his name? I forget what they call him, but I know what you're talking. She does kind of look like that. The shape of her head is similar.
She does that where she squinches her mouth together.
Right. Well, good call.
There's no justice in this world. It's fake. They're liars. They're liars! They're fucking liars!
I feel like this is you.
Justice system is
Like the lion thing. Like this could have been you if you had taken a couple wrong turns. You could have been this lady just screaming about the justice. You're very, yeah. Not that you look like her or anything. I'm not saying that. No, I'm just saying you like that. Y'all share that in common.
I don't like a liar.
Yeah, I don't either. I get it.
I don't like somebody to tell me that what I'm experiencing isn't what I'm experiencing.
No doubt.
You're not going to tell me, you're not going to show up and
You're not going to piss on my back and tell me it's raining.
it's raining. You know what I mean? You're not going to piss on my back and tell me it's raining.
That's right.
Because that's piss and we going to get real. Right? I think that's crazy and it's manipulation.
I mean, it's true. I feel like it's so common that
another person's reality. It's like the sickest form
totally
of being mentally ill.
agreed.
But I can't believe you said like that. That's wrong.
No, I don't mean it like that. I just mean like there's a similarity I could see. This lady is screaming about justice. Yeah, I'm sure I will.
Are you kidding me?
You know what I mean.
lie! Every fucking thing in it is a fucking lie!
Talk about wanting to go find her.
Mm-hmm.
You can pack it up all right now.
Go meet her. No, thank you.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
I'm sure.
They're liars! America is liars!
See our cat because our cat is sitting by me with her little paw on my arm, like, Mom, what is going on?
Yeah, this is a lot for her.
This lady yells She's disturbed. Our cat is disturbed by this lady.
Poor Tina.
I don't care. Turn your fucking volume down. America is chock full of fucking lying sacks of shit that run our country into the ground.
Now that I agree with.
Go fuck yourself. What's the common use in your situation? Go fuck yourself. That's my common use, you motherfucker! Can't handle it no more. I'm so hot right now. I don't even want my fucking oysters. This fucking shit's gonna stop. Somebody!
Who's buying oysters on EBT?
I'm sure a ton of people do that kind of thing. I've heard stories.
My oysters. You know, oysters here are easy to get.
Yeah, for somewhere else, so it's probably a big deal.
Big deal.
It's just step in! America! Sit back and watch somebody have a nervous breakdown over a fucking unjust police department! God!
Me too, Little Miss. I wonder what her accent is. I can't
take no more!
figure it out.
I can't figure out what her accent is over her yelling. She's always yelling. So maybe Midwest.
Oh, she's rage beast accent. I don't know.
I've had it! Shut up, Kieran!
Who's she telling to shut up?
Jasper County Sheriff's Department in Carthage, Missouri is the lousiest, laziest, shittiest police department ever was! They need shut down. They need shut down!
The dog. The dog has come.
John Myers, you fat motherfucker! God is coming for you all! You're dumb! All you had to do was tell the truth! All you had to do was tell the truth! Ah! God, I'm pissed! Fucking shut up! Fucking Squatchy! Fucking Jasper County! Jasper County Sheriff's Department! You're failures! You're fucking
Has it?
What were you saying?
I don't know. Little Miss is on? Little Miss?
Yeah,
Poetics on?
she was. People are listening. People come and go. They come in for a second, say something. There's something else going on that's like a big show for the community. So that's all good. We're just getting some practice in. Yeah, me too. It's very nice of them to hang out and talk and stuff.
And also, Miss Kitty Cat.
Nobody matters but cats. Nobody really matters.
Calling
Yeah, it's my friend. They always make time to come and talk to me. Real nice.
Wasn't that in?
She was for a minute, and then our stream went down. So.
I thought I saw her. I was going to say, I wonder what Corey's doing too.
And she's probably at the podcast. It's okay. We're not worried about people.
Okay.
We'll do
Tammy
one
does
later
stuff
when we're
like
not up
this
against anybody.
all the time. If she isn't raging about the government or someone in chat, then she's doing stuff like this.
kiss my ass. That's how they act when I come around.
Possessed?
I mean,
Little Miss?
I don't think I don't know. She's mentally unwell. That's crossed my mind.
Oh man, it's just her face makes so many weird shit.
Oh no, Little Miss. She said her husband has flu, and now her 7-year-old does. They went on a vacation too. So.
Yeah, our little.
Yeah, we're just coming off of it too, of COVID, but
COVID for the.
I hope he feels better.
Me too, and the baby, the 7-year-old. They're all babies to me. They could be.
Yeah.
17, and I'm like, oh my baby. So. Okay.
100%.
I know this one thing, no, they can kiss my.
What is
Oh man,
happening
I have
right
to.
here?
I need a gif of that. Like,
What is going on?
get it out, girl.
By now, I think you've got a pretty good picture as to what Tammy Hull makes for her content and who she is as a person. She'll rage against the government, talk about hemlock, and constantly ask her fans for financial assistance. Earlier, I talked about how Tammy was a notorious scam artist, and it's not only
Why are they all named Tammy?
Who? Who's all? Why are they all named Tammy? What does that mean?
What? Never mind.
Shanny? You were thinking Shanny?
I
Oh,
was thinking of Shannon.
I get you. I knew your mind
And
was
then,
at.
Isn't the one that we talked about today? What's her name? Isn't it Tammy Bob? No, Pinky Bob.
Pinky Bob. Oh
See,
my God.
no, there's another.
We
Tammy.
have a treat for y'all next time.
Tammy, Trailer Park Tammy.
True.
That I watch. She's a little.
There's a lot of Tammys in this world.
the lies that she tells her audience to receive money
Exactly,
that I'm
little
talking
miss.
about. Because
Make that
Tammy
noise
has
your
a
morning alarm.
lengthy
Just
criminal history going far back from before she started TikTok or YouTube. Public intoxication, passing
Tell
bad
you what,
checks,
my
aiding
3-year-old would do. She'd throw that alarm clock straight across out the window.
she'd be pissed.
She'd be so pissed.
and abetting a minor in need of supervision. I don't know what that one's about. Driving without a license and DUI. Since 2008, Tammy has been writing bad checks, so for her to lie to her audience about where she's staying for the night isn't nearly as bad, at least in her mind. The point I'm trying to make now is I think that is the primary reason that Tammy is on social media. I think that she likes to have a platform to spread awareness about her conspiracy theories, but she also sees it as her primary source of getting money. Ironic because Tammy actually won a lawsuit against a chicken company that she worked for a couple of years back, landing around $70,000, which has all been spent well before she started TikTok. It is also speculated that Tammy might have a gambling problem, as sometimes...
Okay, it's interesting.
Right?
Speculation, we don't know that.
With $70,000, that's life-changing money.
Well, I mean, if you're
at least bought a doghouse.
who knows what she spent her money on? She could have bought the car, and if the gambling will destroy that in no time.
That's a speculation.
Yeah,
go live from in front of...
She was doing meth.
There you go.
Meth isn't a real expensive drug, but
Oh, you could blow through some money though. You'd be so
casinos
carefree,
begging for money. But aside from all of this, we don't know much more on Tammy. It seems she's currently located around the DC area, raging about the government.
Watch out,
and
cats.
spreading
She's around.
awareness about her hemlock conspiracy. Tammy goes live very often and posts quite frequently, so it can kind of be a big task to keep up with her. So if you're trying to keep up to date with her, I cannot recommend enough r/Tammy Hull on Reddit. Without their studious archive of Tammy's exploits, this video would simply not be possible. A big shout out to them, as well as Charlie_H_83 for clipping some of Tammy's best live moments over on his TikTok. Though this is my first foray into the Tammyverse, a lot of people have kept up to date with her from the beginning. But as someone who is relatively new, even I can say that this is only the start of Tammy's adventure, because she has absolutely no intentions of stopping. With so much happening these past 6 months, I cannot wait to see what the future holds for Tammy Hull.
Alright. Well, moral of this story is don't do meth. Watch out for hemlock. Look, we switched over to
some mad hippie.
We'll see what Stevie thinks of it and see if she still loves me at the end of it.
Why? You have more?
More different, different people. We can check them out. as time goes on. This is just kind of a practice run. We got to get.
Well, I'm telling you now, we've got something.
Oh, 100%. We have a treat for y'all.
Okay.
Maybe next time we come on. Maybe we'll try again tomorrow. We'll see.
Or we could just go out.
Y'all want to check out Pinky Bob
We can just
real quick?
her magical,
Let's see. I think I.
magical infomercials.
How do I look at my following? Let me see if I can pull this up.
Is it Instagram right there?
Yes, I have it. I'm just trying to pull it up. But yeah, that makes sense. I mean, 70,000. It sounds like a lot of money, but it's also not a lot of money. You can change your life.
Money for her if she's
Yeah, for sure. But okay.
Like you could at least
So we found this lady. I didn't find this lady. Stevie found her. And she, yeah, her not TikTok. It's her Instagram algorithm is, I want to say it's, it's incredible. It's incredible the stuff that it turns up. And this lady Pinky Bob is somebody that lives close to us. In fact, within 20 miles. So she's in Louisiana.
20 miles, I would say probably a little bit. Probably
30 miles. Well, she had.
She probably lives about an hour.
No.
Hour and 10. Oh,
Where?
Yeah.
Isn't she from Sugartown?
Yeah.
Okay.
She lives about that far away.
Well, whatever. It's close. And I need you to go ahead and pick the ones you think, Stevie. See what.
I just
So this lady is just a country lady, and she's got a small little following, but she sells watermelons, which is what the town she's from is kind of known for, Sugartown watermelons, and she sells wood, and she sings songs and does little skits about her.
Yeah, so wood
and watermelon.
And the watermelon.
Yeah, so it's a seasonal thing. We have watermelons in the summer, wood in the winter. That's what she does.
Check out this little treat right here.
Might have to hit the.
Out to the woods, I cut it down and load it up. Put it in the back.
Oh, buffering.
I'm sorry. I love this chick.
Oh,
So
why are we buffering?
I don't know.
Put it in the back of my picture.
That I read was said, "What is this? Is this wicked?" Because of the pink and the green, I guess.
Is it still buffering?
Yeah.
Back out of it and see if it.
Out to the woods, I cut it down and load it up. Put it in the back of my pickup truck. Bring it on home, put it up in two, and get it all ready just for you.
It keeps buffering.
You want it? Out to the woods, I cut it down.
Play
Put
this
it in the
one.
back of my pickup truck. And get it all ready just for you. Because you want it? I got.
I don't know why it's not playing, but let's back out of that one, please. We'll try a different one. Little catchphrase is good wood. Sorry that it's buffering.
When you want it, you know that I got the good wood for you.
Good wood for you. Let's see something watermelon related. Let's see. See if you can find. I guess I'll have to check out my internet and see what the deal is, but I'll have some curated for you.
And she also states that she has never done a drug in her life.
Never done meth. Never done a drug. She has an enamel problem with her teeth.
Which was exacerbated by, I guess she said some chemo, but she never. It was just a comment that she had made.
Chemo must be code for methamphetamine.
You're gonna feel bad when you find out if she hit it. What if she didn't? She just said that.
I mean, everything
Here's some watermelon.
everything about her seems like it's.
I got
Let's grab a ticket down and a few beats down. Baby, that's all I need. We can go to the lake and call it a day. Yeah, just you and me. Or we can go to the stand and hang out with my friends and we'll party till the sun goes down. Cause I've been picking melons and all winter on the sharper wood. So now it's time to chill out cause there ain't no doubt my year's been hard but good.
I
I
mean,
mean, her children in the back
You
are
beat
like,
that. Baby, that's all I need. We can go to the
look at
lake
his
college
face.
date. Yeah, just you and me.
this could be
Oh, we can go
us,
to
but you
the
playing.
hang out
That's
with
what I
my
say.
friends and we'll party till the sun goes down. Cause I've been
Look at her
picking
children.
melons and all winter
Look at
I'm
their
chopping
faces.
wood. So now it's time to
This
tell
one
the
is.
others there ain't no doubt my year's been hard but good.
And y'all, this lady's a hustler. I'm just saying,
I
like,
mean,
she
I
hustles
guess in
her.
a way it's
I mean,
yeah, it is weird.
she's
It's
doing
super
it.
weird.
But
Good
she's a
for her.
hustler. I mean, good for her. She's like chopping wood.
We'll
This
laugh at
lady
her though.
literally chops wood.
And she is thinking of all these little songs. She's like
Yeah.
probably writing down her lyrics like you know,
I mean, she's providing for
whatever.
her family. You know?
Like you see, we sit and we intend to make fun of somebody, then I end up like, you know,
We're
maybe they're
making
not so
fun, we're
bad. Laughing with? I'm laughing at.
Okay. Okay, well,
Um,
there are some things I am laughing at. I'm sorry, but you're gonna put yourself out there. I think she intends for it to be kind of like a little satire, like
yeah, I think for sure she's trying to make some laughs, and I bet it sells melons too.
I bet you it sells a ton of melons. Now her wood business ain't doing so good, but you know here in Louisiana,
We don't need wood that much.
no shit.
Not for.
I mean, like tonight it's supposed to be 35 degrees, and Louisiana 35 degrees is a lot colder than most 35 degrees because we have a lot of humidity.
Yeah.
But it don't get like that a lot.
Right.
Like it's rare. Like we pray that Christmas and New Year's will be cold.
Cold. Yeah.
We
It's true.
like, literally have prayer circles. Like, please, can we just have
Just a little bit of cold.
coolness? Yeah, like it was 82 degrees the other day. I mean, it sucks, you know. So she's chopping wood. She's hauling wood.
Good for her.
Here's one more that I thought was interesting. You gotta fix this.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Well, I told my friend I wanted to write the perfect kindergartner song.
Just we'll have to.
The perfect kindergartner song already existed. So I sat down and I listened to it. And I told my friend he was on. Let's try. Because it talked about farming and animals and old men. But it didn't say anything about Sugartown Milk.
This is a perfect time for us to pause and laugh about this. He didn't say nothing.
So my friend sat down and he wrote another verse for the song. And I felt obliged to continue it on.
She felt obliged to continue on writing that song.
Let's see. It goes with something like this. Well, McDonald had a farm.
Oh God. It's not that. It's not the. Anyway, we'll try it again later. I'll fix the internet next time.
She's something else. I kind of admire her.
I mean,
At the same
you can
time,
see it. She does meth though. That's my real problem.
Okay, but she says she doesn't do it, so you know. I know. Look,
Right.
I know. You're looking at me like,
Yeah, right.
no,
I plan on showing you Lisa Richards eventually. I don't think you'll probably enjoy her as much because she is just straight up. I think this is like she is the premier lolcow scammer lady. Like she gets on just to get money to buy her some crack rocks and cigarettes.
She tells people that? Crack rock?
No, she always has an excuse. She's always like, oh, you know, I need to. She's also on methadone. She's been on methadone for like 15 years or something long like that. And she's always having to get a little bit of money for Uber so she can get down to dose her. Yeah, well, she's not trying to like better her life. She's a straight up addict. You know, she's completely.
But how do you know that?
There's a lot of. I don't even know where to begin with her. I'll show you her, but I'll have to find some good clips because she's kind of hard for me to watch and except in little doses. But anyway, I think we'll probably end it there tonight. Um, can y'all still hear us? I don't know if they can hear us anymore.
Well, it was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun. We'll do another one. Well, I'll plan it out a little bit. Let me see. Okay, you can hear it. Yeah, thank you, Little Miss, for coming. I hope your family feels better. It's
Yes.
miserable to be
Praying for
sick, and
that.
especially on a
Yep.
vacation. Um, yeah, we're gonna make Stevie come back. She'll definitely come back.
Yeah, it's fun.
We'll
It's
have
fun.
something planned next time.
I'm
But
still hoping and praying for these people.
yeah, for sure. We want the best for them. Anyway, y'all have a good night, and
Bye. Have a good night.
see you guys next time.